So, I do on occasion play Mah-jongg. It had been so long since I'd read the rules variants in the book I have that I've forgotten. The Japanese version was called Riichi. If I remember correctly, it's closer to the original rules of Mah-jongg. Would make sense. They are very traditionalist, the Japanese. The American version, of course, you have your joker tiles, and instead of kanji for your dragons, you have pictures of dragons. Well, Yellow Mountain Imports, they had a set. I normally order Mah-jongg stuff through a Mah-jongg Maven. Good history with them. Gotten many different Mah-jongg supplies through them. Yellow Mountain Imports had this set, and they had it at a price that beat Mah-jongg Maven. Of course, I've gotten a shogi set through Yellow Mountain Imports, so I went for it. Now, the Mah-jongg Maven concentrates on the Chinese and American variants, so they didn't have Riichi tiles the last time I checked. So I got the 4 Riichi Yakitori markers. They aren't well, they're not food. They just have a picture of Yakitori carved into them. I would have to read the rules for the Japanese variant again to find out why you need Yakitori markers, and a wind indicator that went with them. So I ordered those from Yellow Mountain Imports, and if people want to see those, I'll gladly dig them out and show those in a future video. This one is mainly about this really inexpensive, great deal card set of cards for Mah-jongg. Normally Mah-jong's played with tiles, traditionally ivory tiles, with bamboo bags. And you've got all the tiles represented in card form that you can shuffle and play on the go. Great for trips and all of that. Minimizes how much you have to carry. There are separate cards for the Chinese version and the American versions. So you can play with or without the Joker tiles. You can play with your kanji style dragons or your dragon carving type picture of dragons on there. Oh, I guess while I've got them out, I might as well show you the difference. Now, these shuffle real easy to fit in the hand. Once you pick your variant and take out the excess cards, it's obviously a lot easier. This would be the Red Dragon kanji. Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter movies depicted that in one of them. And let's see, of course you've got your winds, your north, south, east, west. Those are the same amongst the sets. Here's the White Dragon kanji. It's just an empty tile. And then you've got there's like different flowers and season tiles. In this case, cards. Oh, come on, camera. Focus for this one. There we go. Plum blossoms. Oh, it went out of focus again. There. Really good art on that one. Let's see, and there's bamboo. American style dragons. Well, American style depiction of the dragon Mah-jongg tiles. That's an Eastern version of a dragon, I guess. But the point you get is that you've got a dragon drawing instead of a kanji. The Joker tiles, it's like a circle with a dragon in it that's hard to see at first. It's like a balled up dragon. Just, there we go, focused. It's got the Japanese style antler horns, real long whiskers. The part sticking out of this circle is the horns of the dragon. So once this focuses again, if you pause the video right there and look long enough, you'll see there's like a ball of energy in the dragon's mouth, its long whiskers, the horns on its head, and it's kind of curled up in that circle. I was bored one day, and I was trying to figure out what the Joker was on my Mah-jongg sets, the actual tile sets, and I sat there staring at it until I figured it out. I guess if you've got dragons on the mind, you might see it right away. But then again, not being from an Asian country, when I think dragons, I depict the European style in my mind, usually. So, yeah, there's that. Bit of a disadvantage when trying to figure out that tile. Now you know, so maybe if you've got a friend that's got an American-style Mah-jongg set, and he doesn't know what the Joker tiles are, you can show him. So yeah, Yellow Mountain imports yet again. This was really inexpensive, much like that shogi set. Good company. I'm impressed. And then the Yakitori tiles and the wind markers. The wind marker. I think it just has east and west on it. Or it might be just north and south. I'm pretty sure it's just east and west. I've got to look up the Riichi rules again, that variant. Anyway, those were inexpensive. So, while I can't get the same amount of tiles and accessories that I can on Mah-jongg Maven, that's where you really start if you've got a serious Mah-jongg hobby. There's some things you can get from Yellow Mountain imports that you can't find there that are at a very competitive price. So it works out. Well, that's actually my second set of cards like this. I've got another that perhaps I'll do a video on sometime in the future. It comes with a little dice to mark the wind, which, you know, whether it's north dominant wind, south dominant wind, which is kind of like when your hands change. Mah-jongg seems complicated. Honestly, it is very, very simple. If you can play Rummy, you can play Mah-jongg. It's so simple. There's just a lot of time involved to play a full game. It really is something you sit down for an evening and play with friends. It's a 4-player game, and then of course if somebody's got a gambling habit, then there's bettors that get placed, various people watching the game and that. I don't play for money, I just for fun. A few years ago, Yahoo Games had an amazing version of true Mah-jongg that wasn't solitaire Mah-jongg, where you would get 4 people on the table and then start playing. Unfortunately, most people didn't have the patience that it takes to play a full game, so by the end of the game, you played with, like, random number, guesstimate, 23 people. So, yeah. The real trick, I guess, in the United States would be finding 3 other people to play Mah-jongg with that are serious enough to sit through a full game. It's very enjoyable, very fun. Makes for a great evening. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions or comments about Mah-jongg, very, very welcome. I'm a big fan of the game.